Prince Charles is known for wanting to do things differently when he does eventually become the king.
We wanted to also break down the royal rules with you. So Prince Charles will be able to hand out his late father, Prince Philip's title when he is king. The question is, can he and will he pass his father's title on to his brother, Prince Edward? The Sunday Times had reported that a friend of Charles said it's up to him what happens to the title. It will not go to Edward. And of course, we're talking about the title Duke of Edinburgh. Can you break down how this works for us?
Yeah, that's right. The Sunday Times reported that royal insiders were suggesting Charles was planning not to pass on the title, the Duke of Edinburgh, to his brother Edward, as had apparently been the wish of his father, Prince Philip, who was the Duke of Edinburgh himself until he died in April. And upon his death, Charles inherited that title. But when he becomes king eventually, and he is next in line to the throne after his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, that title will merge with the crown, and he has to then decide if he passes it along to another member of the family, or if he just puts it in abeyance for the time being. Back in 1999, when Prince Edward married his wife Sophie, a statement from Buckingham Palace announced that the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh and the Prince of Wales had agreed that Prince Edward should be given that dukedom, the Dukedom of Edinburgh, in due course, as they put it, when the title that was then held by Prince Philip would eventually revert to the crown, they said. So now Edward himself has commented just last month in an interview, and he said of that very idea that it would be a bittersweet role to take on because, of course, the title can only come to him after both his parents have passed away, both Prince Philip, who now has passed away, and Her Majesty the Queen. Prince Philip is said to have wanted the role to continue when Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson. He became the Duke of York. That was back in 1986. So that left only Prince Edward to whom they could pass it on because, of course, Charles will eventually become the king and therefore not the Duke of Edinburgh anymore. So the Sunday Times quoted a friend of Charles as saying that it's up to him what happens to the title, and this friend that they quoted said it won't go to Edward. Another source confirming that, according to the newspaper, but Prince Charles's spokesperson has said that it's too early to discuss this and that no decisions have been made, suggesting that it was disrespectful even to Her Majesty the Queen to even talk about it now. And of course, Buckingham Palace refrained to comment when they were asked.
That is complicated. That's why we bring in the big guns. That's why we need you to explain that. I mean,
you think we all have difficult things to deal with in our families? We don't have dukedoms to worry about, do we? So.
We don't. I mean, family's already complicated. So, I mean, it's crazy. Do you think that he will pass it on to him, or do you have any personal opinion on this?
Well, again, it's rumour, it's anonymous sources, but certainly the Sunday Times did feel they had something to run a story on there. And Prince Charles is known for wanting to do things differently when he does eventually become the king. He's also known for wanting to slim down the royal family, perhaps in reflection of the fact that it has maybe waning support, though of course still substantial support in the country. So it's quite possible that he's decided that. And it's also possible he's discussed it within the family and that it's not a snub or a problem, that maybe it's been agreed. We just can't know that.
Right. Absolutely. They can't talk about it yet. Well, thank you as always, Jonathan. It's such a pleasure having you on Royally Us, and we will see you next time.
Take care.
Thank you.